You are watching The Story. Every Monday, we bring you a deep dive into the fascinating lives of incredible people. The insane lifestyle of Johnny Depp. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. It's no secret that the lifestyles of the rich and famous revolve around luxury and indulgence, but certain celebrities take this to another level. From his humble beginnings in Kentucky, Johnny Depp has become one of the most successful and highest-paid actors of all time. Yet even with his considerable income, Depp has often struggled to maintain the insane lifestyle he prefers to lead. Johnny reportedly spends in excess of $2 million every month, and today we're going to look at where all that money is going. Who is Johnny Depp? After becoming a teen idol for his role in the 1980s TV series 21 Jump Street, Johnny Depp secured his spot on the A-list with his leading role in the 1990 Tim Burton film Edward Scissorhands. Since that early success, Depp has consistently been one of the highest-earning actors in Hollywood, and he's appeared in over 70 movies. His most notable films include What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Sweeney Todd, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Pirates of the Caribbean series, Murder on the Orient Express, and the Fantastic Beast series. As recently as 2016, his net worth was reported to be around $400 million, but now it's estimated to be closer to $200 million. Recently, he's faced legal and personal troubles related to accusations of abuse from his now ex-wife Amber Heard, and a $25 million lawsuit brought forth by two of his bodyguards for unpaid wages and overtime. In 2018, he settled the lawsuit brought against his management company, accusing them of improperly managing his money. Then another lawsuit was brought against him in 2018 by a crew member on a film set that he allegedly punched. Despite these troubles, Depp still maintains an active acting career. But before we get into how he spends his money, let's first look at how he earns it. His earnings. Johnny Depp has been one of the highest-paid actors of the last 20 years. He's starred in a number of high-grossing movies and several box office failures as well. On average, he brings in about $20 million per film, but there are some notable exceptions. For example, for Pirates of the Caribbean 4 alone, Depp was paid an astonishing $75 million, with additional earnings on the back end for a total of more than $90 million. In total, Depp has earned over $650 million for his acting roles. In addition to his acting income, he also has earned significant money through various endorsement deals, including a $3 million deal with Christian Dior. He has his own production company called Infinitum Nihil and also earns income from his music album recordings and a recent world tour with his band, the Hollywood Vampires. Despite his financial success, Depp has admitted that his bank accounts have been dwindling, and his former managers claimed in court documents that this is due to his extravagant $2 million per month spending habit. But where does all that money go? We're going to take a closer look now at Johnny's insane lifestyle and just what he's been spending his money on, starting with his houses. Where he lives. As of 2018, Depp owns at least 14 residences around the world. These residences cost him a combined $75 million to buy and renovate. Besides the 5 homes he owns in the Hollywood Hills, he also owns 3 penthouse apartments in downtown Los Angeles, a horse farm in Kentucky, a 37-acre compound in Plan de la Tour, France, and a 45-acre island in the Bahamas. Let's talk more about that island, also known as Little Halls Pond Cay. It contains 5 beaches, one named for his daughter Lily Rose, and others named for Marlon Brando and author Hunter S. Thompson. The buildings on the island are completely solar-powered. Depp says he's never seen a place so pure or beautiful. He bought the island in 2004 for $3.6 million. In 2001, he bought his French compound, which includes a small village and a 4,300 square foot main house. The mansion has 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. The other homes he owns in the small village have a combined 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. He put the property on the market in 2016 for $63 million. With homes spread out in different locations, Depp definitely needs a way to get around, which brings us to our next category: how he travels. Even when he was cutting back in the midst of his financial troubles, one thing he refused to part with was his private jet, the Gulfstream GV being his plane of choice. He reportedly spends about $200,000 per month on private jet travel. When on land, he has his choice of more than 40 cars in his personal collection. His favorite among them is a 1959 Corvette. He also spent $18 million on a 150-foot luxury yacht that was later sold to J.K. Rowling. There's no question that Depp has luxurious taste, and this applies to his expensive hobbies as well. His expensive hobbies. Depp is a collector. He's poured millions into his collections of guitars, artwork, and celebrity memorabilia. He owns over 70 collectible guitars, but this collection pales in comparison to his extensive collection of rare and valuable Hollywood collectibles from iconic stars like Marlon Brando and Marilyn Monroe. He also owns over 200 pieces of art, including works by notable artists like Andy Warhol or Jean-Michel Basquiat. These items fill no less than 12 storage facilities. Outside of his collection hobbies, it's no secret that Depp loves to drink. Lawsuit documents claimed he spent $30,000 per month on wine flown in from around the world for his own personal consumption. But Depp said in an interview that claim was insulting because he actually spends far more than that. Weird flex. Okay, before we get into what was possibly his craziest purchase, let's just quickly go over his other expenses. Miscellaneous expenses. Depp spends $300,000 per month on his 40 full-time employees, which includes around-the-clock security for him and his family. When his mother was sick, he spent $35,000 a month on a special residence for her and $1.2 million over a year's time to have a doctor on call. He's spent over $10 million over the years in supporting his family and friends. When one childhood friend wanted to start a music label, he gave him $4 million, but never saw any profit. His divorce from Heard cost him another $7 million. He has an extensive jewelry collection and has been known to drop $400,000 on a single piece. All of these expenses certainly add up, but they aren't exactly out of the ordinary for a person of means. But our next category is definitely a bit more shocking. The truly insane purchase. Perhaps Johnny's most insane expenditure was related to the death of his dear friend Hunter S. Thompson. When Thompson passed away in 2005, Depp made it his mission to fulfill his last request for his ashes to be shot into the sky by a cannon. Johnny spared no expense, having a cannon specially made and ensuring that the arc of the blast would be at least 152 feet, which was 1 foot higher than the Statue of Liberty. He also paid for a fireworks show for the 280 people in attendance, including Jack Nicholson, Bill Murray, and Sean Penn. It was reported the entire affair cost $3 million. However, Depp claimed it cost a cool $5 million. The lesson. The lesson we can all learn from Johnny is that even multi-millionaires can find themselves cash poor if they put no limits on their spending. Johnny has been an A-lister for over 20 years, but his managers have said he never has more than 6 months' savings in the bank. This means he's never been in a position where he can no longer choose to work purely based on his interests rather than his financial needs. If you work hard and achieve your dream of being rich, you should definitely indulge in some luxury, but don't overdo it. To get a little more insight into Depp's fascinating story, you should definitely check out the book Johnny Depp: Difficulties, Challenges, and Success by J.D. Rockefeller. This captivating book takes the reader on a journey from Depp's childhood through his unexpected rise to stardom and beyond. If you want to hear this unique story without paying any cash, go to Alux.com/freebook and sign up so you can get the audiobook version for free, thanks to our partnership with Audible. The quote. While researching his story, we came across this quote from Johnny that perfectly captures his philosophy. It goes like this: "I think the thing to do is enjoy the ride while you're on it." And Aluxers, we can't really argue with that. Make sure you don't get so caught up in the hard work of success that you forget to enjoy the ride and the fruits of your labor. Question. Now that we've talked about how Johnny spends his money, we'd love to know, if you had a $2 million monthly budget, how would you spend it? Let us know in the comments. And of course, for watching with us until the end, you get a bonus. Here it is. When Johnny first moved to LA at the age of 21, he had planned on making a living as a musician. But one day he met Nicolas Cage through a mutual friend, and Cage told Johnny over a game of Monopoly there was a lot more money in acting. Cage introduced him to his agent, and the next day he auditioned for Nightmare on Elm Street. And what's more, he got the part. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.